Budgeting 101, Creating a Personal Budget. In this workshop, we will provide an overview of where your money comes from, where it should be going, and how to create a plan to get it organized. Why do we need a budget? A money spending and savings plan, or budget, allows us to gain financial freedom to do the things we want to do. When you are balancing your income and expenses, every dollar counts. Don't wait until you're financially stable to create a budget. Start right away. Your budget means knowing the balance between your income and your expenses. The goal is to cover all of your needs and have money left over for your wants. Here's an example of monthly tracking of expenses and income. This version provides a continuing running balance. Your budget will need to identify your household income every month. Employment, self-employment, Social Security, disability, etc. should all be considered as income when creating a budget. Next, you will begin to track your expenses. If you have never created a budget, you should start with tracking where your money is coming from and where it is going. For 1 month, write down all your daily purchases and expenses. You may be surprised how much you spend on your wants versus your needs. Now you can start to get a picture of your personal budget. As you start to develop your budget, there are 2 main types of expenses to consider. Essential expenses are the things we need to survive: food, water, clothing, shelter, utilities, medications, etc. The non-essential expenses are the things we desire, but they are not necessary for survival. Things like entertainment, designer or name brand clothing, vacation travel, eating at restaurants. The essential expenses fall into 2 categories: fixed expenses such as monthly mortgage or rent, car payments, auto and home insurance, taxes, and loans. The second type of essential expenses can vary from month to month. Examples of these are vehicle maintenance, fuel for the vehicle, groceries, heat, electricity, childcare, and medical expenses. The non-essential expenses are also known as wants. These are things we do not need to survive, but we like to have them in our lives. Name brand clothing, video consoles and games, books and magazines, entertainment such as concerts or movie tickets. After tracking your income and expenses, it is time to identify what you can do to create a balance between the 2. Is your income greater than your expenses? Great. Then you can save for a future goal. If not, then you have identified something to work on. What happens if your expenses outweigh your income? You will need to identify items you can adjust or cut each month. Can you reduce the number of meals you eat in restaurants or the number of expensive drinks and snacks you purchase? Do you need to purchase that new magazine? Can you lower the cost of your cable bill each month by removing unused or unnecessary services? Here are some ways to save. Pay yourself first. If your employer provides a retirement plan, begin to save money by taking advantage of it, especially if they match your contribution. This is free money for your future. Use automatic transfers from your paychecks to be deposited into a savings account. If you don't have a bank account, you can designate an area in your house like a change bank or a safe. Take a look at this example of starting with 1 penny and ending with $667.95. If you start saving 1 penny a day and add another penny for every day of the year, by the end of the year, you will have saved $667.95. Tip yourself. Here's an alternate option for you to save. You begin with $1 a week and add another dollar every week for 52 weeks. At the end of the year, you will have saved $1,351. Why do budgets fail? Negative attitude. Why should I save if I'm already broke? Or lack of motivation. There's nothing I need to save for. I'm just trying to get through the day. Or unrealistic expectations. If I can't go on vacation next month, then who cares? Having financial goals can provide the motivation to start savings. Take a few minutes to think about your financial goals. Do you desire to own a house or buy a new vehicle? Do you want to pay off student loans, be debt-free, or take a dream vacation? Let's make it a little easier to break down those financial goals. Start with short-term goals that can be accomplished within less than 1 year. Midterm goals that may take 1 to 3 years, and long-term goals that may take 3 years or more. Your goals will need to be specific and realistic. Bigger goals like buying a vehicle or a home will take longer to achieve. How much money do you need to save? How long will it take? How do you determine the amount of money you need to save for your goal? Take the amount you want to save, say $600, to pay off a bill and divide it by the number of months you want to pay it off. If you want to pay it off in 1 year, then divide 600 by 12. You'll need $50 each month. If you want to pay off a credit card with interest in 12 months, you'll need to calculate $500 credit card balance with 22% interest. You will need to make a payment of $46.84 per month to pay it off within 12 months. An example of paying off a short-term goal would be paying off $700 in BMV fees in order to have your driver's license reinstated. $700 divided by 6 months means you'll need to save $116 per month. A midterm goal example will be paying off a credit card with a balance of $1,500 at 12% interest. To pay it off within a year, you would need to pay $140 per month. Can you make that happen? A long-term goal could be purchasing a used car for $6,000 within 3 years. You would need to save $167 per month for 36 months. To set realistic goals, you need to determine if you have enough money in your budget to cover your needs and to save for your wants. This will be different for everyone. Take a few minutes to identify 3 goals you would like to achieve. Write down 1 short-term, 1 midterm, and 1 long-term goal. Now, list all the sources of your income and all your basic expenses. Do you have any money left over to put towards your goals? If not, what adjustments to your budget will you need to implement to achieve your goals? Thank you for watching this video. If you're a veteran living in the Indianapolis, Indiana area and need assistance with employment, please contact us at HVAF Helping Veterans and Families, 964 North Pennsylvania Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46204, 317-951-0688.